Right. Kalau udah record, I'll start. Okay, the recording is started, and I'd like to start. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Ada Nadia from Outside Chapter. We have Arda. We have Arda. Yeah, welcome. Arda is actually a new intern. Just onboarded today, I think. Ada Anis juga.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kak.
Thank you. So let's start our discussions from. Oh, today Ross should be the chair bukan ya?
Bukan udah kemarin ya?
Oh, udah kemarin. Oh, yang follow up. Okay,
Udah ada di
okay.
follow up kok.
Oh, because Ross follow up, jadi I think that Ross is the chair, but no worries. Okay. I'd like to start from Jocelyn. Is Jocelyn here? Actually, no. And the
Eh,
BD team is also not here. Yep.
ini mau ada update yang dari discussion sebelumnya itu loh.
Wait ya. Previous
Dari yang
discussion.
Jing apa namanya itu? Kelihatan nggak sana? Dari
Di
yang
FYI.
healthy, healthy.
No.
Nggak
Okay,
kelihatan.
Kak Tendi.
Ya nggak kelihatan. Aku upload dulu
Yeah,
lah.
this one, right?
Ya, nunggu aku upload. Kok
Okay,
nggak ke upload?
sure. So Kak Tendi would like to give some updates related to health protocols.
Ya, jadi aku masih ngupload, nggak tahu udah keluar atau belum di sana. Jadi I put one more itu dia udah keluar. I put one more ini commitment for the area. There is all area are clean with disinfection to make sure the safety and health for everyone. Jadi the sanitation and health protocol it's also make sure the all everyone is on the safe area kayak gitu loh. Jadi so I put that information there. So the it will be on the property, the poster.
I see. So with these new updates, like the additional points,
Yeah.
do all the partner needs to reprint it, or where what's the media that you use to deliver this information to the partner?
Okay, so for the area that I can reach, usually I help to print it and then give to them. But some area that I cannot reach, I'll send the picture and then they will print by themselves and then what's called when they kayak tempel apa sih? When they put
Stick
on the
it,
wall, they
right?
will send the picture to me like that. So that also
See.
will what's called will make sure that the property doing the healthy protocol on site gitu. So they cannot what's called lie. They not use masker. They not use disinfection because on Airbnb all the listing I believe we had put the commitment for the healthy protocol right on the Airbnb. So we need to
Mhm.
run that protocol on the onset because it's very important.
I see. Okay then. So how many percent does the partner already do this? And do we do something like apa namanya?
Hmm.
Check with the guests whether they actually really read this atau gimana gitu.
Okay, so actually previously I sent some villa like in her residence and then I forgot, but I will put the what's called make the checklist as well, so it will be easier to
Mhm.
to know which partner that already put use this poster like that on the property.
Okay. So thank you then Kak Tendi. Perhaps we need the help from area manager juga ya buat spread
Hmm.
out this dan nanti bisa dipakai untuk printouts. If you guys, for example Nadia, kamu punya inputs for the poster, bisa juga everyone lah ya in here. You can just comment here. But I'll check this at the moment because we already take some action for this ya, Kak Tendi
Yeah.
ya. Okay. If no more update from Kak Tendi, let's do this. What's this one? Create some discussion. Please discuss on whether use this board or not. Is there any discussion already?
I believe not yet. How about with Om Rafiq?
The
Ada nggak?
management. Hello, Rafik, are you there?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Nggak ada ya, berarti nggak ada. Let's put some deadline extension. It's
Next week we can.
Saturday, and Tasha is not here. Sasha, David, Tandy, and Rafik.
This
Kak
Saturday.
Tandy, can you create some discussion like right now,
Oh, yeah.
Saturday?
Okay, Saturday.
Yeah,
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow
and
something.
yeah, please. Yeah, let me know what's the suitable time so I can check this one for any schedule. No, because the deadline is Saturday, so make sure that we get the decision.
Yeah.
When it's tomorrow, try to okay. Just schedule it by 4. Kalau aku bisa join, then I'll copy your
Besok
schedule ya.
full sih aku padat besok.
Okay.
Ya, nanti aku cek
Uh,
suitable time untuk semua lah.
okay deh. Thank you. And then for this one, we don't have Andreas also here. But yesterday we already discussed like some of it. Belum beres sih intinya ini, masih in development. But we don't have Bella also in this room. Basically this one is still in progress. For smart community, do you have any updates, Kak Tendi?
Okay, so for the smart community, yeah, actually, I would like to tell this to Nadia as well because I think there are some opportunity as well on there. For the smart community, we use the core value aligned with BV as well, like the never settle, file fast, help others, and then edge. And then for the smart community that we want to what's called do the project is the first about the awareness of negative review and action from partner. Yeah, previously we use bigger, and then the partner manager like Om Rafiq, we check the review and then follow up to screenshot it and then send to the partner so the partner aware like that. And then also there are apa button on the negative review for the action like apa namanya action gitu loh kayak action follow up for the bad review. But I think we can put that on the Bivigo. Bivigo because currently I think in Bivigo it's already shown the review ya Nadia ya. But I think there is no filter yet for negative on positive review. Udah ada belum?
Belum,
Belum
belum.
ya? Okay, so the partner also
Yep.
can filter it for the negative review, and then they can also take the action from the Bivigo for the bad review, like that. So
Yep.
like a note or something. It's also there's a notification for the bad review. For example, like oh there's a bad review, please follow up on the action box or something like that on the notification like that. So make sure the partner is aware about the bad review, like they will take action before we mention that will be more great like that. So they aware about their property. And then the second one is BV partner location maps or list of nearby partner. I think this is also can be the opportunity Nadia because if you remember that in Bukit Vista we have developed like the Bukit Vista member the place location itu kan. Tau nggak, where is the Bukit Vista team like that kan. Maybe that can also use by the partner. Where is the Bukit Vista property like that. So for example, like one of the partner want to traveling to Ubud, so they know. Oh, when they open the maps, oh, like a Bukit Vista map, for example. Oh, this is there is some property in Ubud. So maybe our partner can stay in the other partner like that, rather than they stay in the random place like that. What do you think, Nadia? Is it possible?
Um, it would be possible, but it's probably not an urgent
Yeah.
feature,
So I
right?
think from
Because
all
we
this
have
list,
a lot of. Mhm.
yeah, I think from all this list, I need you to arrange which one is easily or what's called quick to done, and then until the long project like that. Maybe yeah.
Yep, yep.
So you can prioritize it on that. But that's our proposal. And then also, I think this is the opportunity. I think all this project have been done before. This is our existing project, right? Previously, and then this is can be the pivot, and then the pivot for the each person maybe, and then more follow up with the product development. For example, like for the awareness and negative review, Om Rafiq will be the champion for this project, and then Rafiq will coordinate with Nadia how it look like and everything. So because this is already done before, but this is make sure this feature in the Wifigo is already what's called pop up like that.
Mhm.
Okay, so I think this is all the what's called proposal from community.
Mhm.
Maybe Nadia also you can comment if there is any what's called proposal of opportunity is not possible. Maybe there this is
Mhm.
not possible. Just tell us. Okay, maybe we can find another way like that, or maybe that's you can put.
Okay, if I can say something quick ya.
Yes, yes,
Sure,
Actually
sure.
for the apa sih namanya, for the filter, we're actually working for that because it's our one of our lists in our in current
Mhm.
milestone for improving the my property tab, which actually include the review
Okay.
filter. But the thing that I want to make sure is about the review because it's pretty tricky. What if the review actually containing a bad review for the host, not the property?
The review. Oh, where's the there?
Um, so Nadia's question: why, if the bad review is for Bukit Vista? That's right.
Yeah. Why
Okay.
is, for example, the review is actually for the host is, I don't know, like bad or something like that. It's not actually for the property itself. How with it?
Actually, from my side first, that's okay. Partner needs to know our like
Yeah,
that from
transparency.
transparency, and also we also need feedback from them. So they can read all of the bad review,
Yeah.
right? Okay. Any objection? If no, then continue. No, yeah. All agree. Yeah, transparency, and also we really open for feedback. But sometimes bad review might come because miscommunication, such as happened in Olala. So we need to clarify with partner and etc.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else from this community? I see actually from the plan, this mostly will relate it to Bifigo, right?
Yeah.
Kak Tandy. Yeah, and this needs to take care from PD team. Like the most bandwidth is coming from BD team. Sorry, PD team.
Yeah.
But Nadia, um, what's the arrangement in PD right now? Because yesterday we also talked with Mas Bayu that PD will take Airtable as their responsibility to Airtable. Yeah,
Okay.
Airtable. Mm. And then Bifigo juga for some
Mm-hmm.
feature. Jadi
Mm-hmm.
to get expectation, to build expectation juga, please where we can understand your project, like where it's go and number berapa sih this plan gitu.
Okay. For table, I think Kawaii knows best for this because I'm not really involved in the Airtable project,
No, no, not
but
Airtable. Like the overall project for
the overall project. Yeah.
yeah.
As for the projects in PDs, as for I think if everyone know, but in PD we currently put it into campaigns. So we have mobile app campaign, we have WordPress campaign, and also we had bigger campaigns. So currently for the mobile app, handling the as a campaign manager for the mobile app. So I put that as a plan. So usually what I do is that I create into like milestone, and with each
Mhm.
milestone it content like things like feature of bugs that need to be resolved. It's based on the priority and also the difficulty to be implemented.
So this one is belongs to your project then, right?
Yep,
Yeah, mobile
yep,
app.
yep,
Okay.
yep.
Kak Tendi, I think you're the champion for this, and because this is one platform, one project champion from community is enough. So Kak Tendi will be the champion. Jadi yang koordinasi with media satu dari PD dari CM. Nanti Kak Tendi
Mhm.
coordinate with Om Rafiq. Something like
Yep,
that ada community juga. Gitu ya, Kak Tendi ya.
yep.
Okay. Good plan. But we need to see PD bandwidth for the development, whether we can do this right now or not. Thank you very much. Is there any comments or follow up from others? No, yeah. Let's go to this one already. Full stack MVP. We still. Oh yeah, Kak Tendi. Have you contacted Pak Mali in Tortoise?
Hello? Yes?
Have you contacted Pak Madi
Oh,
from
yes.
Tortoise?
It's scheduling on the tomorrow at 4.
Uh,
I already told
tomorrow
you,
at
yeah.
4.
Already Ted Dila, sorry.
Like Dila.
Uh,
Right. So it's tomorrow at 4. Tomorrow itu Jumat. Friday at 4 with Pak Madi. Okay, I think Dila also scheduled it already in our Google Calendar. So let's continue to the next discussion. We don't have Jocelyn here, but we have BD team. So because I know that the contacts, we don't have Andreas juga ya. But for this observation result from Jocelyn related to the offline canvassing and online canvassing and Airtable, so Jocelyn actually suggests us to like, because she found difficulties with a good villa with no context, right? We can improve the Airtable later on by putting some extra status like need offline canvassing. If we believe that the quality of property is nearly meet the MQL and also strategic location and etc., then let's put it, let's put new status like need offline canvassing, which means nanti the offline can does the survey later on. So some direction lah for offline canvassing. That's the idea from Jocelyn, seeing her friction actually as canvasser. What do you think, Wayan and Nadine, perhaps from the BD team?
Mm, for me, yes, I do agree with this. I think we have planned this already as well, and we have this strategy need to be executed this for the next canvassing activity. Yeah, so basically I agree with this plan. Just need to settle the technical thing aja.
Okay, that's great. Wayan, do you have any
Yeah.
additional?
Okay. For I think for the technical, the next action plan need a viewer for the one that doesn't have a contact, so that when we are doing executing, I can direct rapid and Tandy. This is the list of the property doesn't have a contact, so I'm canvassing based on that. So yeah, that just additional for me.
Okay, thank you, Wayan. So basically, we agree. We already settled that, but needs the technical part. Kak Tendi, you're my secretary, right?
uh,
No? Or
yes,
expect Wayan? Kak Tendi, yeah? Okay,
yes.
Kak Tendi, please take a note. So we have
Hello?
Andreas and Bella for the development of the Airtable feature, yeah? Okay,
Create
no
a viewer for the
need the offline canvassing.
list of online canvassing that doesn't have contact.
Okay, sip. Thank you very much for this discussion. Let's go next. Kak Tendi, your topics.
Okay, yeah, this is from me. So there are some, I believe there are some on new partner onboarding, right? And in Bukit Vista, and then yeah, maybe uh, on what's called on my experience, there are some partner that are still what's called doesn't have some protocol, what's called health protocol like hand sanitizer, gun thermal, and like a disinfectant, and then masks like that. So yeah, maybe we can give one of that, for example, like gun thermal, because sorry, I think my connection is bad.
Focus.
Uh, Hello.
I think this is good for the first impression to partner, as we also help to inspire the partner to continue using this for our guests since we commit to the CSC. Okay, so this one is a proposal for giving the new partner give like amenities, mask, and then disinfectant, gun thermal, and then hand sanitizer. Okay, I'd like to over to the floor. Anyone would like to give support or apa opinion for this idea? One, two, three, no. Oh, Ayan? Oh,
Yeah.
Mr. Jing? Which one? Oh, Ayan first.
Okay. Interesting idea actually, but for this you need to actually what you call coordinate with finance about the budgeting. But it's what other than something that they can use that inspire their life. I think it's for me like more like welcome and have it's like more like a certificate like welcome to Bukit Vista. You are our partner now, and they can hang it as a picture, or like you are more like officially join Bukit Vista on this time. Congratulations, kayak certificate gitu loh. Like it's a more apa ya, put it in the front office or in I don't know where they want to put it that visible that in a Bukit Vista hospitality, so that as a branding as well, and they know if a guest whatever that can relate. Oh, actually, this is under Bukit Vista, something like that. Instead of just if it's like a hand sanitizer, how you gonna brand it? Or I don't know what most people that will inspire the life to. So this I have something in mind. That's what I come up.
Okay, thank you, Moyan. Interesting idea. I also have the support for this one, but let's see Mr. Jing first because Mr. Jing opened his mic just now.
Sure. Thank you very much, Lilith. And I like the direction Tendi is going with this. So let's get kind of like the center of it first. Tendi, what do you think is the purpose of this gift? How do we want the partner to feel?
Okay, so yeah, actually, like the partner that when I'm doing the onboarding, like mostly they don't have that four things on the property, and then they need time to buy it, and then like they asking like where to buy and everything. So I recommend that for that, but like for gun thermal, they what's called they actually think that is it needed or not like that on this situation like that,
Mm,
and then because we are commit on the healthy protocol, and then gun thermal is the first thing that before when the guests come, that's the first thing that need to check, right? The what's called the heat like that from the guest. I think by giving the what's called by giving the help, what's called by helping giving the
Tendi kind of locked up for a second.
hello, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think by
So the last one I heard was gun thermal. Yeah.
yeah,
Go
gun
ahead.
thermal. Yeah, so from me by helping them to give an example. Okay, so in the first time we will help you to get this, but you need to continue to using this like that. Like that, for example, like hand
Mm,
sanitizer or something, and then hand sanitizer they can refill it like the dispenser, like they can put on the wall or something in the entrance.
mhm.
You can refill it like that, but we just give in the first we give the first direction first like that, and then you
Interesting.
will continuing like that, but you need to
Okay.
consistent to use this like that, so they
Okay.
have
Got it.
responsibility.
Okay, there's a few things there. I think for the thermal gun, I think that might actually be a pretty good idea because you could actually brand it, and that would become almost like a point of sort of inspired delight, right? We inspire delight by having this particular tool that makes sure that guests are healthy before they come in. So I think that has some lasting value there too. Most of what you thought about, as long as I think it's not something that is what do you call like a fast moving consumer good that it will disappear and it has more of a lasting value. I think that makes a better approach. The other thing I wanted to think about was this, right? This theme that I'm trying to echo across the entire company, this idea of virtual being real. Is there any sort of virtual gift that you might be able to give a partner that exists, let's say, in, I don't know, online that might actually be meaningful or worthwhile for them?
Hmm.
Virtual gift.
Mm.
I think like one idea can be like we make something like welcoming certificate like that.
Mhm.
Like for example, like Bamboo Bali House as a Bukit Vista
Mhm.
partner like that. So like
Right.
they can print it and then put maybe in the property. I think
Okay.
that's also can, or maybe um what's yeah, maybe from others. If have do you have any
Okay.
idea for that?
Here's a direction I want to kind of steer you to, because this is actually a really good opportunity. So if we think about it, right, a lot of our lives are actually consumed online these days, and a lot of the way that we actually engage with other people is online. So the where there's an opportunity there is, can you actually create something that somebody could use online in a way that makes inspires delight to, let's say, their presence, right? So if I can show everybody something really cool, I think this is pretty inspirational. I just spoke about it at the BD talk a moment ago. So perhaps this idea, I don't know if it's popular in Indonesia yet, but it's the idea of an NFT, a non-fungible token, right? I'm just speaking this as like a vision, not like we're going to do this, but this kind of can give you some picture around where to be inspired. Okay, so these are essentially blockchain art pieces. They're just randomly generated like little images, but they are super unique, right? So if you buy one, you're the only person who owns it. How do we know you own it? Because it shows on the Ethereum blockchain that you are the only owner of such an item, right? So, okay, let's go into this a little bit more and see what this kind of economy looks like. So, these are kind of like the artwork that you can get. And this blew my mind. This blew my mind completely. The price of these are just astronomically expensive, right? $340,000 for one of these. And if you look at the transaction volume, $8.9 million worth of these have been sold in the last 24 hours. Last week, there was $288 million worth of these traded, right? So there is this sort of new emerging idea that's coming out, right? Which is essentially, can the virtual become real? Can you actually give a virtual gift that actually has real tangible value? You can see some of these items that have been sold for like 7.5 million, 7.57. These are just like little pixelated images, right? And yet they're getting all these kinds of enormous prices. Now, we're not going to go in that direction, but my point is to illustrate about how can you make the virtual more real. Perhaps, for example, right, we issue BV avatars to employees who actually pass their probations into their trials, right? Would it be interesting to explore that idea with a partner to issue them an avatar so that they can potentially put it on their Facebook or their Instagram or wherever, right? And thereby issuing and branding ourselves in it. Perhaps we need to be clever with how we brand it so it's not too much Bukit Vista everywhere, but we design it in a way that kind of conveys the brand in a subtle way, but also makes it that somebody would be proud to share it, right? So thereby creating essentially a virtual is real type experience, right? That then also brings into advocacy and all these other sort of things that then extend and use this virtual channel that this person's on to actually engage and think about that way. So I want to just introduce this idea to inspire you guys to think in this way. That think about like how can you create virtual gifts that are real. Another example is such like this, right? It could be, let's say, for example, this partner believes in a certain type of thing. Let's say they believe in making a donation to their temple or a donation to a charity or a cause. We can make a donation, get, let's say, and then have it credited to this particular person and give them, let's say, a certificate that says we made a donation to this charitable cause in your name, right? And that becomes also kind of like this digital thing that becomes sort of real and also is a way of conveying value. So this is a new kind of way of thinking, and I think it's actually pretty exciting. So I just want to like kind of inspire you to think that way, everyone, right? How can you kind of like take this idea of virtual things and making them have real value? Okay, anyways, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's on the right idea. So I'll let that kind of marinate and develop into hopefully some excellent examples of this idea.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jing, for the opening and also the explanation related to the making the virtual more real, actually. But before we move to the next, based on Mr. Jing inspiration, anyone has idea on what virtual things that we can give for partner for appreciation? Just now, okay, Mbak Wayan or Kak Tendi?
I think Rafik actually has put
Oh,
something up on the
Raffi.
comments. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in the road there. Yeah, just like this. If you show it on the Facebook, you will see the like Independence Day, right? Like you make the temporary avatar like that, a background, something, right? Just give it like BP partner, right? So, for example, mine is the owner of Villa A, for example. Just use this avatar like Rafik Bali, and then the avatar is BP Bukit Vista partner. So that is simple things, and we this is Bukit Vista partner. Maybe I don't know how to recognize it. Maybe somebody knows if you're going to Facebook, right? So if somebody use the background of the something like crashed everything Independence Day something, right? Yeah. It's like that. Virtual frame for photo, yeah, like that. It's easy to make it on Facebook if I'm not wrong, but I don't know how to make it. Maybe the content person can do it. That is my idea. Yeah,
Rafik,
yeah.
let me jive with you on that one. Is this what you mean?
Uh, yes, sir, but it's more like BP partner. If you going to somebody, maybe one of my friend is use a background like Independence Day, seperti 6 years
Mm.
like that. So
Okay.
they will have like Bukit Vista partner.
Yep.
Yeah, like that,
Yep.
like that,
Yep.
like Tribune. Yeah,
Yep.
like that.
Hey, I think we're on a roll here. Hey, Rafik, I just
Yeah,
realized we do that for intern farewells, right? We
like
create
that, sir.
like a background
Yeah,
for intern farewells and for employee farewell, and we all use that at the same time to sort of create that mood. So yeah, I think that can be actually a pretty cool
yeah,
direction.
like that.
Yeah.
What is Lily share is like that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that. So we have a photo like that. So they will show it like BP partners, the Krishna partner. Someone have another idea.
Okay, Mr. Jing, I heard that you want to reframe this.
Yeah, so no, I just showing an example just earlier that we have. I think it just needs to be carefully done in a way that conveys value, right? So there's so many things that I think about right now because we're doing like Zoom calls, we're doing all these things. Um, like think of it like I don't know if anybody plays video games, but think of it as like kind of like sometimes when we go on Zoom, we're able to put on mustaches, sunglasses, whatever, and people react, right? People go, oh hey, that's funny, that's interesting, right? So it's almost like what can you do to this sort of virtual experience that we're having that kind of brands and also aligns and gets you to kind of like think more about okay, your identity now has been added to the Bukit Vista community, right? Um, Perhaps you can have like a community caricature and have everybody's picture written in like sort of a caricature in it, and then you can upload the map and say, hey, look, welcome, you're our new person here, right? And show that person added to like a community of other people. And so that's a feeling of like, oh, that's a virtual map of all these different properties and all these things. And now I'm also in that map, right? I've added myself there, and I feel kind of like collected and brought into this new community. It's a direction to start innovating. That's what I'm suggesting, right? Like it's kind of like a new world there. There hasn't been too much development there. Like if you go in Bali, a lot of people have done the physical stuff already, like the branded shampoos, the branded whatever, but nobody actually really thinks yet, I think, about branding like your online presence, right? What can you do to actually give somebody like a feeling that hey, look, it could be we have like a hall of fame, right, for our employees. That's like a moral that we put together, and that's kind of like also this same idea, right? The virtual becomes real. So anyway, yeah, I'll let you guys explore it more. Perhaps the best way for this is to maybe collect ideas for the week and then come back to it, Tendi. Right? You're the champion of this. We've kind of given it a particular momentum, and then just kind of like collect as many ideas as you can, so that really gets very mature, and then you can select one that maybe is the best one, right? So no hurry to like make a decision right now, but let the idea marinate and let the best one come up and float to the surface.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Jane. Also, Rafik, yes. So, Mr. Jane's idea is making the virtual more reals, which we actually encourage our partner to engage more and online, if I can say, because that will be the culture that evolving right now. And from Rafik is actually one idea to use Tribune for the gift later on, so it can use to celebrate something. Is that correct, Rafik? Like 17-an, they can use it for the way up profile picture, something like that. If I can see outside there, actually, when celebrating this, an organization make tribune like this, and then the employee actually use this to celebrate, something like that. So it makes branding opportunity. That's actually a great idea. Thank you very much, Rafik. Uh, Anyone write down something? Nadia, I have idea of bird present. Okay, Nadia, I'll let you explore your idea.
Oh yeah, sure. So it's basically the thing that I've talked to Katani previously regarding the birthday pop-up message. So I think we can kind of implement
Mm.
like what Mr. Jing have said regarding the what is like the characters. So it's more like an interaction or like more increasing the engagement of the Bifigo mobile apps, especially through when the partner is having birthday. Maybe we can say like, "Oh, happy birthday to you," and then they like a pop up, "Ta-da! This your like avatars, including maybe the property image or something like that." That's what I have in my mind right now.
That's
So yeah.
amazing. That's a great idea. That's really personalized, and I think it's yeah. That's it, Nadia. That's like a rap, but done with like an animation, right? Like an animated. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I think which one I learned. Yeah, this one, right? This plan on the smart community, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. It was actually one of my plan regarding, but it's probably like kind of simple. Just like put like I don't like simple thing like just like a box of present image and then the name and then the property. But maybe we can improve it with the more like interaction and animation kind of engagement.
Okay, thank you very much. That's also a good idea. We store it. Kak Tendi as the champion. This is some of the idea from our audience here. Mr. Jim, would you like to add?
One last thing I'd like to add, actually,
Yeah,
we've
sure.
actually recently discovered, I think also ifs, things that actually are like dynamic content are working really well. So they work really well, I think, in UI UX, and they're working really well also in ads and messaging. And this has been implemented throughout all the different levels, all the different user funnels at the awareness level, right, that I've seen. So for example, right, we used to do WhatsApp messages to potential university partners. Now we create an animation and then we send it, and it immediately starts getting it. And it's because of the contrast as well. If you're looking at all these things that are just sort of like, they're static, and all of a sudden somebody puts in something that's moving, your eyes are going to kind of go into that, right? And it's almost like you have a few seconds now to tell your story, right? Before you just have one frame. Now you have like multiple frames to get that in. And that's kind of been transformative, I think, across the entire company. I've seen Aldry, before he left, he was kind of like developing this idea. I think Nadia is also onto this idea too as well. So there's a few different channels that this animation process is going into. And in some ways, we've already seen this before a while back. Is Rizal here? Okay, Rizal actually created our introduction video using an entire animation for Bukit Vista, and it worked pretty well. It's got the most views on YouTube so far. It's one of our highest viewed YouTube videos. And I think this idea can just kind of like be carried through. It's like another link to link together. Can we create a gift as an animation or an animation as a gift? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. So that's additional from Mr. Jing. I think we cover enough for these topics. And the conclusion, Tandy or yourself, or you can delegate with your team related to the idea collection. We already have some in our pocket here. So we need to edit more, a little bit more, actually. Okay, then let's go to your topic again, Kak Tandy.
Okay, thank you, Lilis. Yeah, I just make the summary of the transformation per region. So for Lilis, I put a filter on the partner transformation in the Excel, so it can be easier to find the total of the each region like that. So if you can open the table,
Hmm,
Lilis, yeah, if you can
this
open the
one.
table, yeah,
Okay.
actually, my
Sure.
purpose to make this is so the each partner manager can prioritize well on this September by seeing this data, which what's called which states that we have to what's called focus on like that. For example, like on the region one. There is no legacy yet. So on this September, I will focus on the legacy stage for the partner region one, and then like region two can be more focused on the relationship because there are still a lot of on the transaction like that. And then region 3, there are still low on the relation and legacy. So Asa need to be more focused on the relation and legacy, like invite them to join and everything. And then region 4, I think this is already good on the relationship. I think last this month, Ross have doing a boosting on the region 4. I think that's a good. They can move from the transaction to the relationship, and then also maybe can put some energy on the legacy part like that. Yeah, I think that's from me. And then each program manager can make the action plan for December. Sorry, for September for the presentation like that.
Okay, thank you very much, Kak Tandy. Actually, I'd like to recognize Kak Tandy. His understanding related to the chapter mission is far, far better right now than first I came to community. And congratulations for that, Kak Tandy. Actually, your discovery is very good and it's all related to community. So the mission is actually there. I think Kak Tandy, I hope that everyone will be inspired by Kak Tandy, yeah, by this transformation. In this one, like a leaderboard, right, Kak Tandy, and also something helping visualize, sorry, prioritization for your team actually. We have some comments here from Kak Tandy. September prioritization on region one. This the decision from Kak Tandy. Make two vlog from with region one partner, and then also invite to partner region one as a speaker for CSS, and then collecting the GMB review. From Asa, would you like to explore about your answer here?
Okay. So for my prioritization is to transform partners from traditional into relationships because there are a lot of partners that are still in from the transactional level. And by defining all of those to-do lists to be there in relationship stage, then I will invite partner to PKC and the constructive feedback from them, and also ask them to give GMB review regularly asked weekly by target one partner per week, and also install Bivigo. And we have also what is it decided by Gatandi as well to follow up by this Sunday for them to install Bivigo, and also invite community group if regularly when available. It is included related to if I'm mistaken. That's from me, Kak. Please.
Okay, thank you. So that's the plan for region 3. Let's hear from Ross first before we move to others to give opinion.
Okay, so for me, my prioritization is to transform them from relationship to legacy, and this is my actionable plan, like to invite them to be a community sharing session speaker because there's several our partner that actively to talk. Yeah, like Bliwira from Babarkotek and Bidega from the box, and uh, I just my second prioritize is to get guests for Madeira and Kuku Penida because they're still in apa namanya no alignment, still in no alignment level.
I see. So, for no alignment, we have two in Nusa Penida, one in Yogyakarta, and then eight in Region 2, and then one in Region 1. Okay. So, this one, yeah, actually, we also discussed this in BI yesterday related to how we, this also friction for us, like the next funnel after the BD, right? BD already provides so many new partner, and then we cannot really um, make booking for them. And Wayan also brings the idea of making SLA actually. And yes, we will definitely take action on that. But in general, as actually the leader of PI, if everyone has idea on how to invite more guests to stay in our property, so please, we are really welcome with that idea because to be honest, we haven't find anything new yet for that, but we still try to do it. Okay, thank you very much, Ross and Asa, for the discussion here. Overall, I think this table will help all of the manager to prioritize any kind of what is that, any kind of action that we need to do. Anything that everyone would like to add? We still have 9 minutes. Kak Tandy?
Linis, yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I think related what you said before, like how if we have any idea that how we actually bring the guest to the property, right? So I was thinking like, for example, like if you just open a business, and then usually you will mix an event like grand opening, right? So how about if our new property like onboarding, we create like like a grand opening for Kuku, for example. We make an event there. We invite the guests, maybe our existing guests just want to visit Nusa Penida or something. Hey, let's gather there. We have a buffet like that, like a Balinese lawa or something like in there, and then you can get a discount, 80% discount, stay there or one night or something, and like a grand opening, something that we can offer to the guests. Maybe that will be make more interesting because we introduce the new property. Hey, we have new property in Nusa Penida, for example, like that, and then we will have a grand opening on this day, like that. So maybe we can get data how many guests will come or something. Yeah, maybe just to introduce our property, our new property, like that, for to guests or potential guests, like that. But this is
I see.
my idea.
Thank you very much for the idea. So it's like grand opening of our new partner, something like that. Yeah. Anyone would like to comment, Mr. G?
Sure. Tendi, I think, okay, a physical grand opening always is challenging these days, right? Because of travel restrictions, because of COVID, because of all these different type of like, things that you're experiencing on a day to day. But what if you made a virtual grand opening? Right? What would a virtual grand opening look like? What kind of things would you do to celebrate?
Yeah,
Like would it be to sort of like say, hey, look, we have like a farewell party or opening party or whatever it would be, right? Is there a way to kind of like bring maybe media to come and take a look at this, or invite influencers to come and take a look at this, and perhaps, I don't know, maybe somebody could live stream, right? And show, hey, look, I'm here at this new property. This is what it looks like. These are the amazing things, and this is like what it. And you could maybe engage with an audience of past guests, even, right, to show them, hey, look, these are some cool things to do when you get the urge to do some revenge travel and make up for all those lost trips that you didn't get to go to, and really think about like how you can transmit the message to the widest audience possible that is relevant to want to kind of like book this trip, right? I'm guessing if you did this correctly, you probably could even get bookings, right? On the first day, just virtually, right? Like if you did, okay, I'm going to do a TikTok live stream, or I'm going to do an Instagram live stream to introduce this really awesome new property in Nusa Penida. You guys should come at like this time to see it, right? So you walk people through, and you could invite all the past guests, maybe, right? We have their WhatsApp, we have their contact information, and just say, hey, look, this is what we're going to do. Come and take a look and be in the know whenever a new Bali property opens up. And then you can start getting maybe even bookings for it before anybody else, right? So I think this idea of how do you virtualize a grand opening? How do you create a new culture, an online virtual culture of grand opening? Control a lot more things, right? You can control how many people come. You have a larger guest list, larger accessibility, right? No frictions on transportation to get there. So anyway, that's maybe to inspire you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. So, it's about converting Tendy's idea to virtual, yeah? Yes, I think I'll bring these topics to BI, but perhaps at my first thought, the friction is about, again, the material on making the how to introduce. Yes, we have the photos for the material, but we need some content team later on. So, this will be cross chapter project, I think. And yeah, we'll save that idea. Thank you very much, Kak Tandy and Mr. Jing. We have Mas Gani here. Would you like to speak a little bit, Mas?
Okay, thank you, Luis. I just write some ideas. So every ambience. We I just think one property and one Instagram post, but really deep dive the ambience. So we kind of like, hey, this for Instagrammable things that we can target a specific to travel influencer, like yeah, someone who loves the aesthetic thing. So yeah, I believe every property have each ambience. So that's that's what I offer.
Okay, I'm really sorry that I just cut off. Yep. So I just come out actually just now. So personalize each property vibe to specific segmented audience. This actually reminds me of idea just now from HAR actually. Okay, wait. Is it related? Influencers idea actually. Okay, that's not related. Um,
It's related.
related. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so influencers idea. Just yesterday, ATR brings news that do you know? Aduh, siapa namanya itu? Oh, Prilly Latukonsina, right? Uh, it's an Indonesian artist, if I'm not mistaken, and she asked for 1 week free stay in our ocean view property, and she will promote our property, something like that. So, um, that's the offer. This Mas Gani, can you explain me a relation between your topic because I just come out just now, so I don't really hear your explanation. But related to making it more promote by that, it seems like very expensive actually. What do you
ah,
think?
Talking about the expenses, right? I believe Anis BI team already do
Yep.
the ROI calculation for influencer. So for the individual influencer, yes, I believe it's expensive. So we kind of pivot into like more traveler accounts. So Jogja info Bali or the specific particular. So that's account always be reference for the for the travelers. Yeah. So instead of targeting each artist or individual influencer, we targeted to more wider audience. Yeah. And I believe Anis already do the calculation. Yeah, Bali Bible, something like that. And yeah. Yeah,
I see.
we already have the list, but still on the ROI calculation list.
Thank you, Mas Gani. Yeah, Mr. Jing.
Okay, there's a few really, really important points I think I want to underline here, and it's fairly crucial, right? Gani, that is the exact correct idea in terms of personalizing the property to the segment, right? This is what actually creates a lot of I think in Japanese it's called otaku, right, or something. So most of the things that I noticed that okay, we have to understand how the internet works and how personalization works, right? So in some places, it is safer to create a general product, okay, like a product that's fit for everybody, like Pepsodent, right? You know, who doesn't use Pepsodent? That's kind of like broad spectrum. But in what we're doing, it's actually much safer to think about how to specifically ask and choose for an audience that is a good fit for think one of the leading Airbnbs in Bali is actually a really, really remote property. It's like in the middle of the jungle somewhere. It's got these net beds. I think it's over in East Bali, right? It's very, very difficult to access, but it's very leading property. So, you know why? Because it's so different, actually. Because it's so different and it was personalized, and that niche got a strong group of followers, and those followers influenced other people and then influenced other people out. I think the way you need to think of an influencer is how do you influence a group of people to influence your next group of people, right? So then that brings to another sort of realization, which is we have had probably over 50,000 travelers come through Bukit Vista's doors, right? You know, coming in and out and in and out. So the question is any of those are any of those people influential? All right. They already have a relationship with us. They already know something about our brand. Do they feel excited about it? Is this something that they would like to promote on their own? And once you have that, then let's swing this over to like to that idea of BDE talk, right? That we did in the HR side of the world. Would any of that idea of, let's say, and this maybe connects to what Tendi was thinking about with the grand opening, right? Maybe what you can do is you can research our past guests and see if there's any influencers there, and see if there are people that would be really excited to hear about our new product launch. And then from there, gather other people who would be interested to hear about our new product launches, right? So our product is, yes, we have the BV Go as our product, but new properties are also a product, right? And it can be a really exciting time. So I think this idea of creating that event for an audience and using like kind of this organic movement is something that we actually do already, right? And this is why like each batch of interns grows and grows and grows and grows, because we're sort of like just nurturing what we have already. So think about that. In addition to thinking about external influencers too as well. The organic movement is already there. It just needs to be connected together, right? And form a guest community. And once you have, I think, a good guest community, that thing will just kind of grow on its own, right? And people will just start talking about, hey, Bukit Vista properties are pretty amazing, you know, and really, really develop that brand. It's worked for Apple. You know, they have a big conference every year. It's done virtually now, right? They bring their influencers there. It works for pretty much all. It's pretty standard here in Silicon Valley, in the Bay Area. Everyone just uses the same thing. As soon as we use it, I think it'll start working too.
I see. Okay. Yep. Thank you very much, sir, for that confirmation about the segmentation. Yeah. And Mas Kenny said, yes, we have started the segmentation of guests actually first. And I think after we get that, like this segmentation, we can match our property with that needs basically from the guests. Yeah, because today already past 3 minutes. That's all our discussion. And for this one, I would like to take myself here to take action on the discussion result from this. But for everyone, that's our discussion. It's very very inspirational actually that everyone can come up with their own idea. I really like this conversation. Even more inspiring than other discussion actually. So thank you very much, guys. You may leave the